my therapy, they have been everything lately. I find that in good times and bad, my go-to activity is crafting and jewelry making. So if you will indulge me and allow me to do so, I would love to show you some of the stuff that I've been making. We've got a lot of rainbow, a lot of glitter, a lot of sparkle, Y2K, and also like something a little different for me. Okay, the first thing that I made, which is something that I actually had made several months ago, but I revamped, gave it a little makeup, a little touch up. She had a little work done, who hasn't? But this is a pearl necklace that I had made, and these, spoiler, I bedazzled it, these alphabet beads where the gems are now were gold. So you know how they're like the the whole thing comes down. Okay, so I'm sure you're familiar with these types of beads, right? And if you are familiar with wearing these types of beads, you know that whatever this color is on the outside, this black, is going to rub off, right? It's inevitable. It's inevitable. So, instead of black, these alphabet beads had gold on them, and when I tell you, within like an hour, most of the gold was rubbed off. I was like, oh wow, okay. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, if the ink, whatever, is not going to stay, then I know what will stay. Some E6000 and rhinestones. Now, this is a first attempt at this, so I don't know how, like, legible it will be, what it says. Kinda, sorta. It says, yes and. Yes and. I am a massive Ariana Grande fan. Yes and. Specifically, the Jonas Blue remix is my favorite song of all time, of anyone, ever, period. And so I wanted to make a necklace that said yes and was deeply disheartened. That's a lot to say. When the letters wore off. But now I am deeply warm-hearted that the yes and is in a rainbow rhinestone work. I did it on both the sides because, as you can tell, the beads flip around, and then I have a glass crystal bead here in the center. So we gave this a new life. Yeah, yes and is my favorite song, so much so, I don't think I told you guys this, when, you know how like the iTunes recap and like the Spotify Wrapped come out at the end of every year, my top 2 songs of the year were both the song Yes and by Ariana Grande. Number 1 was the remix, and number 2 was the regular like album cut. Enough said. So anyway, ironically, I'm not wearing like any jewelry in this video because I thought I was gonna like put it on as the video went on, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the first thing that I did. The second thing It is primarily these light whitish pinky seed beads, and then little blue, purple, green, and yellow. It's a really cute little delicate pastel springtime necklace. Okay, here's the tea. Is that I might put a bunch of these things, or even just a couple of these things up on my Etsy. This would be one of them, so feel free to go check it out. I know that I had said that my Etsy was temporarily closed. I was kind of waiting for a big moment to put some stuff back on the store before I don't want to say advertised it, but drove more traffic there. I don't know if I'm going to renew my P.O. box, if even for like just a month, so please, unless I tell you otherwise in a community post, please, do not send anything to any former P.O. box or any return address you might see on my Etsy. Capiche? Okay. I'll tell you any different. Okay. The next thing. Here's a real shocker. Is that mommy went on a Y2K rainbow glitter spree. I know that you know that I like rainbows. I love just like all the different colors, especially putting things into YGBIF order, so on and so forth. Was a Lisa Frank girly growing up, so that it hits the nostalgia factor, but rainbow stuff, I know, rainbow stuff just speaks to me, as do sparkly glittery things, obviously. So I made not one, not two, not three, but 4 variations of these cell phone charms. Now, you can use it as a cell phone charm, a keychain, if you want to use it as like, I made shorter ones in case you want to have it like on your Stanley or your Fanley, you know what I'm saying? But this is what we got going on. Okay, here's the breakdown. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I also want to give a big shout out to Emily, who will recognize these beads instantly. We've got a rainbow butterfly moment. Now these are polymer clay beads, and these are lightweight plastic beads. I don't typically like to do glass bead cell phone charms, although I did make one. showed you that I made in the rainy day video, which I will link below. Like this set. That's from Aqua. Yeah, those things I'll link it in case you did not see it. Anyway, we have that one. Then we have the two little shorties. These are shorter. In case you want a shorter cell phone charm. Actually, I was gonna say I prefer a longer charm, but it doesn't. I mean, honey, if I like it, I'm gonna get it, make it work. So, this one, girl, the flowers. Flowers. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be hard not to keep some of these, let me tell ya. Let me tell you that much. Oh, especially the next one. I think this one and the next one are my favorites. But yeah, so like this a little shorty. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what, I tend to make these pretty long. But maybe there are people out there who just want a short little keychain. Short little keychain. Short little keychain. So that's one little shorty. And then this one. This is so 90s summer. It's not even funny. Oh. Butterflies. Butterflies. Ooh. Butterfly. I like start singing the song Butterfly Kisses. Really bum you out. I need to change up. Well, not need, but like I've been using. I'll show you the phone charmer I've been using. I love this one. Let me get my phone. So this is the phone charm that I've been using. It's pretty long. But it's these stars with these glittery beads in between. I love it. I really do. But anyway, in case you don't have a phone charm, look, that's how I use mine, and this is what it looks like. Also, I made my own Winden phone case last year. I live for him. Okay, a little bit different, but still on the butterfly theme, is this seed bead, rainbow seed bead, and polymer clay one. Again, another little shorty. But if the bling bling is not your department, but you still jump ring on the other side. I think if you wanted this, you could make it into a choker. But yeah, it's a little bit weightier, a little bit weightier, because it's all glass beads, but still, like, we're talking pretty light. I still have so much jewelry to show you, it's crazy. Like, I have been pumping so much time and energy, and just, this is gonna sound so cheesy, but heart and soul into the things that I have been making lately. It's just been my go-to. Okay. Now, let me drop it on the floor. Let's do one last necklace before we move into the bracelets. This is for Mommy. Okay, Mommy made this one for herself. Same idea as the keychain. But, I don't know that this one has crystals in it. I don't think so. I made this one yesterday. Obviously wanted to make something, but my main objective, and has been on the back burner for a minute, is to use up a lot of these smaller glass beads that I have. And there's really no rhyme or reason. I just do my best to put it in, like, the most color order that I can. But I also, when I'm creating it, like to take myself off the hook and, like, not put so much pressure into making it perfect. You know what I'm saying? And it still turns out. I love this one. Love it. Okay, that goes over here because that's for me. Bracelets. I made this bracelet set. Now, I have been wanting to use this particular polymer clay bead for like a year, but I just couldn't, like, get the inspo right until I made this. This, for some reason, it has to be linked to a memory that I can't quite pull. This heart and this color scheme reminds me of my childhood best friend. I don't know why, but it is made. Here we go. These, so polymer clay bead, and then these little seed beads are colored on the inside but clear on the outside. And this one goes with it. I love this. This is so summery to me. This is the only color I have of this type of, like, I don't want to say cloudy, because you see how that one's completely clear and this one's a little bit more opaque, transparent. Yeah, these I'll put on the shop because they're bigger. But I think that they're beautiful, and I'm confident that the right owner is going to get them. Just know that just such happy memories attached to this one. Okay, let me show you two bracelets that I made. This one I'm giving to Bestie. She doesn't know it yet, but she loves butterflies because she's a big Dolly fan. So I used the charms, but with glitter. This is a smaller bracelet, probably a youth size. And something is telling me to hang on to this. Something's telling me to hang on to this, or maybe I'll put it out there as a solo bracelet. I like to sell bracelets in sets for a few reasons, but to spare you the boring details. Sometimes when I have a bracelet that's really pretty as a standalone, I will save it and drop it in an order as a surprise. Like if someone who I know is this size bracelet places an order. I've done that in the past where I have like, if I have a solo bracelet, I'll drop it in their order as a surprise. So I might do that with this. I might list this. We'll see. We shall see. The next set that I made is still actually a work in progress, but I will show you the parts that are like most ASMRable. So if you watched the video where I talked about, the rainy day video where I talked about how I made these, and they're all kind of like the same pattern, well, I took that similar pattern and I felt really inspired to do this particular color combo because when I was looking at this, I was like, which other ones would pair well together, or could I take each color and expand upon it? So I was like, this turquoise and this orange, especially with the peach, would be so cute together. And I'm telling you, I think it was like the next, there's nothing there, I think it was like the next day, my dog and I were out for our morning walk, and I saw someone who was holding like their water bottle and walking, and their shirt and water bottle combo were these two colors, and I was like, fuck. So I obviously went home and made it. So I made these with the darker colors, and I made these with the lighter colors. Darker, lighter. I love them both. Oh, it's like this color combo is so, to me, this is like Southwest Arizona, New Mexico in the summertime colors. You're like, that's so oddly specific. I've been to Arizona before, so I wanted to make those too. And then I wanted to make some complimentary bracelets to them. So, look at this one to go with the darker one. These are, I don't know if they're ceramic or what, but these are glass crystals. So we have that, and then here's what I was thinking. I have on my clipboard over there, I'm gonna make some embroidery thread friendship bracelets that are these two colors. So those are over there. I decided to do the video before I made them because that's like not, I mean, I have some other made, but it's not like the crux of the video, right? But then I thought to myself, I was like, oh, I would really love some crystals this color. And we'll see. seed beads. And then it has an alphabet bead on there. The letter W. W, which was for, originally for the word wisdom. Wisdom, and we'll talk about that. Oh, and there are also little pearl beads. So there is it so far. And then I quickly made this solid color friendship bracelet, which is going to be near impossible to tie on, so go use your imagination here, Momo. So that's the stack. That's the stack for this color. Cute, right? And I could even do like this. Yep. Probably gonna be doing something like that. Alright. It don't stop there. The party ain't stopping. The next stack that I have is very similar but pink. You're gonna see where I'm going with this. So I know this is not straight up green. It's turquoisey green, but this is my interpretation of Glinda and Elphaba. Glinda and Elphaba colors. So like I said, the W was originally for wisdom, but it's also kind of like for wicked. I don't know what you're gonna say, Nicole. Why wouldn't you make it for G and E? We'll get there. Okay, so I have this reddish pink one that is slightly different from the reddish pink one I made in the rainy day video. I have that. Oops, hold on. Of course, where the seam is, it shows, okay. Then, same thing, this one, I had these beads from a while ago. They're natural stone bead that I had strung myself. I'll pop that on. So now we got those two. Then the next one I made is this pink one, and you're gonna see an A for Ariana, because I don't like Glinda. Sorry, I don't. I as a character, maybe she'll get there in part 2, but I love Ariana Grande, so. So this was supposed to mimic that with the pearl beads. So we have the Ariana bracelet. Since Ariana and Glinda are pretty much synonymous anyway. Now I had these, but I've never worn them. Like, I haven't really worn them much. I had bought these crystals and strung them. So that's why I want to get those crystals on a bracelet so we can match this stack. Because look, yeah, maybe that's the answer, because I think these are also kind of rainbowy. Yeah, a little bit. And then I made a pink friendship bracelet to go with it. So that glitter part really gives. Oh my stars. Oh. I've been out here doing my big one. I've been out here you guys are like, where have you been in the shorts? And I'm like, whooping it up, making myself a whole new jewelry wardrobe. Okay, the last only thing, oh wow, the only thing about big bracelets like this is that I have stretchy cord, and they light up because they're heavy. I could stack them the other way from biggest to smallest. So there you go. That's the stack. I'm thinking about omitting this one, and then I do have a blue. That's the answer says. I have blue natural stones. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Let's just wait and let's get closure here. Hold on. There we go. There's nothing wrong with the big one, but if I'm gonna wear it in a stack, like it needs to just be worn solo, because otherwise it's gonna keep sliding. That would be fine if you wore it individually. See, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Sometimes right on camera. There we go. I'd have to shorten it up